the finish.
Hello and welcome to EuroWatch. I'm John Gooden and I'm here to spotlight some European talent fighting this weekend at UFC 280. And I have a couple for you, including Volkan "No Time" Özdemir. When you really step back and look at Özdemir's career, it's quite fascinating. He entered the UFC on 2 weeks' notice to take on the number 6 ranked Ovince St. Preux and earned a decision win. This thrust him straight into the spotlight at 205, and since that point in February 2017, Özdemir has only ever fought competition in the top 10. And let's not forget, he challenged for the light heavyweight title 11 months after his debut. That is admirable and impressive. All this from a guy who grew up with the beautiful mountainous backdrop of Switzerland, noted for their watchmaking and insane chocolate before their prize fighters. Özdemir is currently ranked 8th and has a big fight this weekend, and I'm excited to see it because the Swiss fighter is always on the journey to improvement. When he began in MMA, it was just for fun, until Alistair Overeem suggested he should fight competitively and asked him to join him for training. Özdemir to this day credits the Reem for kickstarting his career. Initially training at Fight Move Academy under Nelson Carvalho in Neuchâtel, Özdemir spread his wings to get experience. During his career, No Time has trained at the Black Zillions and subsequent iterations under Henry Hooft, TriStar, with Cyril Gann, and now with the All-Stars in Stockholm, Sweden. Before I talk a little bit more about that move, I wanted to highlight just how strong the Europeans have been in the UFC light heavyweight division. For a long time, Alexander Gustafsson was the man flying the flag and getting close to UFC honours. Jimmy Manuwa was right there too, creating viral moments as well. Finally, UFC gold was brought into Europe courtesy of Jan Blachowicz, whilst top contenders Ilir Latifi, Alexander Rakic, Paul Craig, Nikita Krylov and Magomed Ankalaev were all hot on the chase. Then we experienced the incredible charge of Yuri Prochazka and witnessed him capture the gold dramatically. Volkan Özdemir has been linked to all of those men. He has always been in the conversation for the king of the European light heavyweights. His association with the All-Stars is now therefore credit to both the existing team in Sweden and Özdemir himself, after putting old rivalries aside and agreeing to work together to refuel Özdemir's career. And what a place for him. Team captain Alexander Gustafsson has experienced just about everything you can in the fight game. His old foe Latifi is a wealth of knowledge, particularly in wrestling. And then of course you have Khamzat Chimaev. Özdemir spoke to me in London about all of these guys, but he specifically told me that Khamzat was a great motivator for him. The Wolf pushes everyone else in the gym with his output and his energy. He went on to say that the sheer volume of work he did at the All-Stars was like nothing he'd experienced before, and it worked out well for him against Paul Craig. Özdemir left all the strategizing to the very competent coaches, and he followed the game plan in a very disciplined way to earn victory. He was able to shut down the takedown and deny the submissions, which essentially left him to get his striking work done to take it on the scorecards. There seemed to be a little annoyance on Özdemir's part going into his fight with Paul Craig that not many media members engaged with him, but following the results, he seems to be back in favour. And in his post-fight press conference, he said he is now settled and enjoying the climb back to the top. He is earning it in sweat and blood. This fight with Nikita Krylov is a toughie for sure, but remember, the All-Stars just fought him with Gustafsson only a few months ago, so they will have a very good idea of the threats he possesses, of which there are many. This could be a firework of a fight, and a very important one for the top of the light heavyweight division. Muhammad Mukayev is back in action this weekend. Earlier this year, I actually visited him in Wigan to learn more about his story. You can watch that right here on UFC Fight Pass. Super young, super talented, Mukayev is 8-0, won no contest with 2 solid wins in the UFC. He's on a mission to become the youngest ever UFC champion, a record currently held by John Jones, who was 23 when he beat Shogun. At 22, Makayev still has a little time, but flyweight is a very exciting division with a lot of great contenders, so Makayev cannot afford a misstep. Anyway, this weekend his attention is on Malcolm Gordon, who stuttered at first with his UFC career but has since earned 2 UFC wins of his own. He is a well-rounded fighter, so expect the fight to take place at all ranges. In my opinion, Makayev is a special talent though, a national wrestler for Team GB, the most decorated amateur mixed martial artist in the world, and bundles of confidence which we often see expressed on the socials as he calls out anyone within his reach in a bid to climb the ladder. He has been getting the knowledge from the elite tools of American Top Team recently, his original homeland of Dagestan as well, and he has been sharpening up over in Bahrain at KHK, which has been the final stop on his journey this camp before Abu Dhabi. And it looks like he's coming in mob-handed too. Clearly he is a popular fighter with a lot of support given his commitment and undeniable talent. Cannot wait for that fight. Thank you for watching. A reminder of my film with Makayev right here on Fight Pass, plus, of course, all the original content and live fight shows. Enjoy, my friends. Until next time.